Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Java RMI, Remote Method Invocation, allows Java programs to invoke methods that are running in another Java virtual machine, JVM, potentially on a different host. It is a powerful feature for building distributed applications in Java. In this tutorial, we will create a simple Java RMI server and client. The server will provide a remote method that returns the host name of the server machine. The client will invoke this method and display the host name. Step 1, set up your environment. To run Java RMI applications, you need Java Development Kit, JDK, installed on your machine. A text editor or an IDE, like Eclipse, IntelliJ IDEA, to write your code. Step 2, create the remote interface. First, we need to define a remote interface that declares the remote method. The interface must extend java.rmi.remote, and each method must throw java.rmi.remote exception. Step 3, implement the remote interface. Next, we implement the remote interface in a class. This class will provide the actual implementation of the remote method. Step 4, create the RMI server. Now, we need to create the RMI server that will register the remote object and listen for client requests. Step 5, create the RMI client. The client will look up the remote object and invoke the remote method. Step 6, compile the code. Make sure to compile all the Java files. You can do this from the command line. Step 7, start the RMI registry. Before starting the server, you need to start the RMI registry. You can do this from the command line. Make sure you run this command in the same directory where your compiled classes are located. Step 8, run the RMI server. Now, run the RMI server. You should see the output. Step 9, run the RMI client. In another terminal or command prompt, run the RMI client. You should see the output displaying the host name of the server machine. Conclusion. You have successfully created a simple Java RMI application where a client retrieves the host name of the server. This example can be expanded upon with more complex remote methods and data types as needed. Remember that RMI works best when both the client and server are running in a trusted environment, as security settings may restrict certain actions in more complex scenarios.